Hi there, I'm Zoot Java. Today I'd like to talk about something that's really been bothering me for quite some time now, and that is these government shutdowns on everything. It's been going on worldwide and it's getting out of control stupid. Now, what we're looking at is the government telling certain people that they can shut down and other people that they can stay open. And wouldn't you know it, it's just the small guy who has to shut down. And if you take a good hard look at it, the big box stores can stay open and people can flood in there and they can sell food and all sorts of stuff, such as we had a problem here in Toronto, Canada, where a man said, I've had enough. I'm losing all my money. I'm losing everything that I've worked so hard for. And he started up his business again. He says, I'm just opening. I don't care. It was a barbecue store. His name was, I can't remember his name. His business was Adamson Barbecue. That's what it was. And the police showed up, and I think they made fools themselves. There was 75 to 100 police to surround this small barbecue restaurant with cops on horseback, those attack horses. That's my name for them. Um, Crowd control horses, I believe they call them, and it was just basically to send a message. I think the mayor, just personally, this is just my opinion, I think the mayor was sending a message. Don't you dare open up, and not just to him. This is like to everybody. Don't you dare go against anything I say. I'm a multi-millionaire, and it doesn't matter to me what happens to you. So there was something that was pointed out to me, which really shouldn't have had to have been pointed out to me because it was just something that was evident that was going to happen. All these stores are showing record profits, ridiculously huge amounts of money that they're making. Well, where's this coming from? Obviously, there were people that were shopping at the smaller stores. People were happy shopping at the smaller stores. Some people don't like big box stores. So, what's going on there? I have a theory, and here's what I say that should happen. In my opinion, a big box store and also that huge mega conglomerate that we all know, Amazon, are making a ton of money as a result of all of this, where people can't go and shop. Well, I don't care what they say. Apparently, what they are doing is following all the procedures, and everybody is wearing all the proper PPE, and everybody is doing everything to control the virus while they're working in Amazon. Everybody is supposed to be doing what they are mandated to when they enter the big box stores or the supermarkets. Supposed to be. Now, I've seen small businesses shut down who were giving all of these services before. But people didn't like going into those businesses. There are people that don't like shopping online with Amazon. Now, I don't care what you say. I don't care how you say that they are following all these rules and regulations, where a small business can't follow these rules and regulations. Of course they can. I've seen all sorts of things, such as coffee shops. For instance, here in in Canada, the Tim Hortons, which is extremely famous for those that don't live in this country. um, that's what they do. You go in there, you wear your mask, you socially distance, and everything's fine for that. So basically, if that's okay, then other small businesses should be able to open, but they're not. So you want to know something? Businesses like Amazon, businesses like the big box stores, anything above what they normally had been making in their profits is going to be obvious that they have stolen, as with the help of the government, from small businesses that are now going out of business, and people are losing everything. The profits that they made above and beyond what they normally made at these times for every month that these lockdowns have been in place should be taken from them by the government. The government had no problem shutting everybody else down and not allowing them to work. So they should have no problem walking in and telling the businesses, these huge big box businesses, Amazon, you're going to pay a certain amount. For example, and I'm just pulling the number out of my butt to make it easy. Suppose they had made $10 million last year. This year, they make $15 million. Fine, let them keep the $10 million that they made this year, but the $5 million in profit, you take from them. You take it from them. And you distribute that among all these businesses that were thrown out of business. Help the people who were working at these businesses and let them get back on their feet. Because this is out of control, ridiculous. Now, something else. I want every single politician in this country to get all of their money taken from them. In other words, no salary whatsoever, but you have to keep working. That may sound unfair. Backdate this money too. From whenever they'd said that you have to lock things down, you take that money away from them. Just take it. I mean, you've got no problem going to that man's barbecue shop. You had no problem putting him in handcuffs, throwing him inside of a police car and driving him away as if he actually was a criminal, because he wasn't. This man just wants to survive in a supposedly free country. Well, there's a little something else that I'd like to touch on here. And that is, anybody who's got a job working for the government, you should have 25% of your salary taken off the top. 25%. And that should go towards all these people that were thrown out of business, thrown out of work. Just regular people had jobs, and now they don't. And now you can't find a job. And what's the government doing about it? Printing more money? That doesn't help anybody. It's inflation. Does anybody understand how inflation works? Oh, that screws you real good. So, I know that what I've said is not very popular. Hey, wait a minute. I worked for that money. That's my money. That's my 25%. Well, that's too bad. You got a job. These other people were forced out of a job. Forced out of a job. And it's absolutely revolting that this would happen. And I think that that's bad that you had it taken away, but you probably are one of these people that's standing there going, when they see somebody saying that they shouldn't have to wear a mask, they shouldn't have to social distance, and they should be able to have those businesses open again, you're probably those ones who are saying, oh no, you got to fight the virus, you got to stop this, you're going to kill grandma, you people should be ashamed of yourself, while I go home and work from home and get paid. You got nothing, and the government does not care. They don't care. They also want us fighting amongst one another for a whole bunch of reasons. They want our society at each other's throats. Don't kid yourself. Don't think that they don't. That way they get to do anything that they want. And look at what they're doing. It's a disgrace. As I said, these companies should give any extra profits that they've made this year, since there was lockdowns and people were told that they had to shut their businesses, you take that money away from them. All the profits that are over the amount that they had made before, because it was obviously money that came from the smaller businesses. So it was, in essence, stolen from those smaller businesses. And all you people who are working, you should be given 25% of your salary off the top to everybody who was put out of a job. Yeah, after all, like the government loves to say, and you're quoting the government all the time when you suck up to them and say that, oh yeah, this is a great thing we're doing to get rid of this virus. We're all in it together. Yeah, we're all in it together when it comes to yelling at people for not wearing a mask outside, going after people who accidentally socially distancing accidents where they walk into you or whatever. Yeah, we're all in it together when it comes to yelling at each other over these ridiculous little mandates. But we're not in it together when it comes to sharing your money that you get to keep and everybody else is forced, basically, and this was proved at the barbecue place, at the point of a gun, to not be able to live the way you'd like to in a free society, a so-called free society that we no longer have. At the point of a gun, you can't make a living. So, I'm not even saying to give up half your money, just 25%. You should be good with that. We're all in this together. This is going to be a very unpopular video, I know, as a result. But that's the way it goes. I'm Zoot Java, and I'd like to ask you to please like and subscribe, because it really helps me out, and you have no idea how much it annoys the powers that be running the platform. So click on the like and subscribe, as I said, and hit the bell for notifications of more of my words of wisdom. Share my content on all your platforms, except for listening to my one thing that I forgot to do, and that is give you my joke of the day, which is a terrible joke, and it's when I went back to get a shave at the barber shop, he asked me to put this small wooden ball in the side of my mouth, and I asked him why. He said he gets a closer shave, the razor can get in there longer. And I said, well, what happens if I swallow it? And he said, that's no problem, just bring it back tomorrow like everybody else does. Okay, so thanks everybody. Until later, have a Java on Zoot.